Yeah, let me tell you, I ain't perfect. These other rappers lie to you in verses. I show the fans my heart, not the surface. My whole life a circus.
What up, crypto world? It's your boy Muddy Mo, aka Mr. Bean, and this is Crypto Dap Yap. And today we'll be giving you the full tutorial on Drip Network. Y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Bean. Alright, so let's start with what is Drip Network. So Drip Network is a collection of smart contracts on the Binance Smart Chain. Drip token is the deflationary native token of the Drip Network, and it has a max supply of 1 million tokens. And Drip token also charges a 10% fee on buys and on sales. So the 3 smart contracts currently on the Drip Network is the Fountain, the Reservoir, and the Faucet contracts. The Fountain contract is simply a swap, so it allows users to swap BNB directly for Drip tokens. The Reservoir contract is a liquidity providing contract, essentially holding liquidity for the Drip network. And last but not least, there's the Faucet contract. The Faucet contract is a high yield certificate of deposit contract, which pays its users 1% per day Drip token dividends. The Faucet contract is by invite only, meaning for users to enter the Faucet contract, they have to have the BNB address of someone who's already in the Faucet contract. But ain't no freeloading over here. Make sure y'all hit that like. Also hit that subscribe and then hit that bell right next to it. And also, if you're interested in communicating with Muddy Mo, if you want to know more about Drip Network, feel free to reach out to me at Muddy Mo World of Crypto on Telegram, talking about how Drip Network's Faucet works. So Faucet is a smart contract on Drip Network's platform, which is on the Binance Smart Chain. Its native tokens is Drip tokens. So in order to talk about Faucet, we first have to talk about Fountain and Pancake Swap. So Fountain is another smart contract on the Drip Network to swap BNB for Drip tokens. Users can also use Pancake Swap to swap BUSD and other tokens for Drip tokens as well. Both Fountain and Pancake Swap pools Drip and BNB/BUSD liquidity. Alright, so it holds liquidity for the Drip network, which can be used in the Faucet. So the Faucet mints Drip tokens at 365% of Drip deposited for essentially 1 year. So for Faucet, if you only claim, you will be done in 1 year's time. 1% of total deposited Drip tokens in the Faucet is Drip back to users on a daily basis. That's important. By users entering the Faucet, it's reducing the availability of Drip tokens, which could essentially mean higher Drip prices at some point or another. Alright, so let's talk about 1% daily Drip dividends or divs, which users have a couple different options. One option would be for users to claim and hold their Drip tokens. Another is to claim and sell their Drip tokens for BNB, or they can sell their Drip tokens for BUSD. So another option that users could do is they could hydrate or compound their Drip tokens. So put it back into the Faucet, which increases their locked deposited amount, and it mints a new 365% based on whatever was compounded. And by users compounding, it increases the payout that they can receive, also their total value deposited, so you get more Drip tokens per day. So another attribute of Faucet is its buddy system, or in other words, its referral networking. So in order for users to use Faucet, they must get a buddy. And they get a buddy by using the BNB address of a user who's already in Drip Network. So essentially, Faucet is an invite-only platform. And if you need a buddy or a BNB address to use, one is in the description below. So Faucet is essentially growing the Drip network and growing a network. And referral rewards returns to them in Drip deposits, not in direct dividends. So there's one outside aspect that adds to Faucet, and it also adds to Drip Network's liquidity, and that is Mana Farm. The Mana Farm smart contract also helps Faucet become self-sustainable, which is very important. Alright, so Mana Farm, it adds liquidity BUSD to the Drip network by buying Drip from Drip's Pancake Swap LP as a function of its smart contract. Mana Farm also holds Drip tokens through its LP farming, which increases the Drip token scarcity and value over time, which, going back to Faucet, makes that overall 1% per day more valuable. So now, to go a little bit further on how Drip Network works, the supply of the Drip token is very important. Once a user purchases Drip tokens, those Drip tokens are added to the total supply of Drip tokens. However, once a user enters the Faucet, those drip tokens that were purchased are now burned and sent to a burn address, which shrinks the amount of drip tokens that are totally available, which in most cases it will increase the price. Also, from the 10% buy and sell tax on drip tokens, those fees are put into a rewards pool, and the reward pool pays off Faucet holders that 1% daily. Alright, so let's get off into how to use Drip Network. And on this front page, you see it allows you to trade, stake, and liquidity, which is essentially Fountain, Faucet, and Reservoir. And at the bottom here, there's some stats that you can take a look at. Alright, so in order to use Drip Network, you have to be on the Binance Smart Chain. So you want to get a MetaMask, get the Binance Smart Chain, and then get BNB tokens in your wallet. And then from there, you connect your wallet here on Drip Network. You see it's fast and easy, nice and clean. Boom, and now you're connected. Alright, so the first thing you want to do if you want to use Drip Network is you want to swap your BNB for Drip tokens. So you'll go up here to swap. As you see here, this is the Drip Network fountain. This is where you can swap your BNB for Drip tokens. And then you're ready to get into Drip Network. Alright, so as you see here, the price today is $64. Here it just shows the balance of BNB that I already have. And here is just the current Drip balance. So the minimum to get into Drip today is 1 Drip. So let's see how much 1 Drip costs. So just say if I wanted to do 0.1 BNB. So 0.1 BNB only gets me less than 1 Drip. So we have to have 1 Drip to get into the faucet. So let's up that to 1.5. Boom. Okay. So now remember, it's going to be a 10% fee to get into the faucet as well. So remember, you have to account for that when buying Drip. So let's buy this Drip. All right. So once I've accepted that transaction, it should be coming through in just a moment. So on the Fountain front page, oh, there we go, purchase successful. And on the Fountain front page, you can see it has the information, the buy and sell boxes there, and also has a chart below and some stats if you're interested in the stats for the overall site. So here we go. So we got our 1.22 Drip. Now it's time to get into the faucet. All right, so that's how you purchase Drip token. This is the Drip Network faucet. So let me explain how this site works and a couple things about it. So here to the left displays all your information that you're going to need for Drip. The available is how much Drip you have that's available to take out. Here in the middle is the total deposits, or how much Drip token you've deposited. Once you've claimed or rolled or compounded, it will show up here as how much claimed Drip you have. Below here is the direct and indirect. This is referrals, so how much Drip tokens that you get from referrals. In the middle is the max payout. So this is how much maximum Drip payout you can get based upon how much you deposited. Remember, it's just 3.65 times whatever you deposited should be your max payout. And last but not least, here is the team, showing how many team members you have, whether it be direct or indirect. All right, and down here is your buddy address information. You can also look up other people based on their BNB address, and the team viewer, team airdrops, and direct airdrops. All the information based on team building stuff. So that's the faucet front page. All right, so now first step before we jump in, you see I got my Drip, it's ready to get in. Before I jump in, the first thing I have to do, I have to connect a buddy, and there's one in the description below for you to use. Now that's Muddy's address. If y'all join Team Muddy, there's gonna be some airdrops for everybody and indirects. So here I'll just put the address in, and you can only do this once, so make sure you get the buddy that you want, right? So you put update, you're gonna have to approve that transaction, and the BNB address of your buddy, that's what goes in this buddy address box. All right, boom. There you see, I see my buddy address is updated, so I have a buddy now. So I'm locked in with a buddy. I'm ready to go. So after you've approved that buddy and approved that transaction, now you can actually get into the faucet. All right. So as you see here, my Drip balance is 1.22. So I'm going to put that entire balance in here, and I'm going to hit deposit. And remember, there's a 10% tax on deposits, right? So make sure you account for that, and there's a minimum of 1 Drip for deposits. So let's get that in there. We have to approve this transaction. All right, now as you all see, my deposit has went through successfully. I had to approve 2 transactions, but the deposit went through successfully. Nice. So that is how you buy Drip tokens and deposit them in the faucet. Before I finish talking about deposits, one other thing you need to understand: once you deposit Drip tokens into the faucet, they are burned, so you cannot withdraw them. The only thing you can get is get your available Drip every day. That's it. All right, so you can't withdraw your deposit amount. Just make sure you know that. All right, so how to sell, how to claim your Drip tokens from the faucet. Alright, so once you have an available balance here, you have two options. Either you can claim, and once you claim, you can either sell it at the swap fountain, or you can sell it on PancakeSwap for whatever coin you like, or you can compound. Now, make sure you all remember there's a 10% tax on all buys and sales of drip tokens, so that's there. However, if you hydrate or recompound here, what will happen is you will be charged a 5% tax instead of 10% to recompound. So instead of taking it out and depositing it back on at 10-20%, you only get charged a 5% fee. And what hydrating does, or compounding, it adds to your total deposits, and then you would multiply whatever you deposited times 3.65, and that would show up in your max payout. All right, so that's how to compound. Now, before we go, let me say one thing. You can max out on the faucet. All right, so once your claimed amount is equal to your max payout, you're done. You're out of drip network. So that's why Muddy Mo, I keep emphasizing how important it is to recompound and compound, because if you compound, you should be able to stay alive and stay afloat and keep getting drip tokens out of the faucet. Another key facet to faucet and drip network is the referral system. Alright, so it's an invite only platform. So if you want to earn more drip tokens and refer others to drip network, you can do that. The first thing you will need to do is make sure you understand how the team airdrops work and how the direct airdrops work. I'm not going to go through all that. Direct airdrop is just an address you want to send drip to. But you need to purchase what's called BREAP tokens, and there's a button here that you can hit to buy BREAP tokens. With that, you can use the version 1 that'll pop up and purchase them. Now, down below, it tells you how many BREAP you need to hold in order to get paid from your downlines. So you can just come here and kind of see, to get one downline, you need 2 BREAP, 2 to 3, so forth and so on. So that is how you get drip dividends, and that shows up here and you're rewarded. And once you start building a team, it will show up, your team will show up here. So that is how you can get rewarded for referring others to Drip Network's faucet. Oh, one more thing, last but not least, is the reservoir. Now, the reservoir is a liquidity providing contract, so essentially it's like an hourglass. It's a slow hourglass. But what reservoir is doing, it is basically holding liquidity, BNB liquidity, for the Drip Network. All right, so this is something you can also participate in. However, it's just a lot slower than the faucet. So overall, that is Drip Network and the faucet. Y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Alright, so that was the Drip Network tutorial. Remember that Drip Network is an invite-only platform, so if you're interested in Drip Network, a buddy address is provided in the description below. If you use the BNB address in the description below as a buddy address, you will be open to receiving airdrops, which everybody on Muddy's team receives airdrops. So come on to be a part of Drip. Also, make sure y'all hit that like and make sure y'all hit that subscribe too, and get some of these gains. If you have anything else or any other questions, catch me in my Telegram at Muddy Mo World of Crypto. Alright, y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Bing!